Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Irishtown Football Club, where we have the Gleesons taking on the O'Hallorans here at the Irishtown Football Club here in Irishtown at Circular Head. Last time these two teams met was back in 1925 at the Wynyard Football Club, and in that instance we saw the O'Hallorans convincingly defeat the Gleesons in the match at Wynyard, which was attended by the second greatest number of patrons ever at the Wynyard Football Ground. So what a spectacular event we have here at Irishtown. It is with the greatest of pleasure we welcome you to the Irishtown Football Club for the Gleeson O'Halloran family's 100-year football rematch. Would like to extend a warm welcome to our sponsors, in particular Matthew and Cindy Burns of Statewide Earthworks Property Limited, Grant and Sarah Shuring from Shuring Contracting, Chris Walters, Joey Walters and Will Bryan from Meander Volley Concrete, Manuel Angela Hall from Triple H Contracting, Daniel Bell and Janelle Dar from Spa Choice Hobart, Jess O'Halloran, Kazanzi Cuts, Dave and Beck Gleeson and family from the Ballarat Building Group, Kelly Revel, manager from the Bridge Hotel in Smithton, which no doubt will get a fair bit of patronage throughout the course of the next 48 hours. Nicole and Matt Moore from Moore Contracting in Tasmania Property Limited, Irishtown Football Club, as we just mentioned, Max O'Halloran, Tidal Seafood Traders Property Limited. We'd like to also acknowledge on behalf of the Gleeson and O'Halloran families the contributions of the Irishtown Community Centre and their volunteers. Mr. David Foster, world champion and the ambassador for today's 100-year reunion and rematch between the Gleesons and the O'Hallorans. White Oak Sports Apparel from Mark Simons and Lucy Foote. The Tasmanian Football Club, in particular Mr. Brendan Gale, who's in attendance today, to the Chief Executive Officer, Kath McCann and Alistair Nicholson. The media, Win TV through Brent Costello, ABC Northern Tasmania and ABC Radio through Chris Rowbottom, CFM and the Western Echo newspaper. Program assistance. If you haven't got a program, feel free to go out and grab one if you are about and you are checking in. Just a gold coin donation for entry plus $3 for a program. It's one of the best programs you will see. So congratulations to Todd Hill Printing and AJ Printers. IT work, Brodie Gleeson. The program donation by Joyce Gleeson. Lara Muller for taking the photos. And we can just see the players from both the Gleesons and the O'Hallorans just getting prepared now after having their photos taken. Our merchandise through Elisa Christensen and our engraver of the Bridget Cup, and we'll talk about that very shortly, Nick Hosking. The Wynyard Concert Band, you've heard them in the background just recently, and they're starting to pipe back up, so to Tom Lamb and company from the Wynyard Concert Band, thank you very much, and Grim Faulkner, our musician. In particular, we'd like to acknowledge our players for today. The kids who also participate in the under-13s match. You're the rising generation of the Gleesons and the O'Hallorans, so thank you. Thank you for keeping football alive. And who knows, maybe some of you will organise another rematch in the future. No matter the outcome today, we would like you to all enjoy the significance of this particular moment and to revel in it. So we talk about the players from 100 years ago. All of you from the Gleeson and O'Halloran sides will be spoken of and remembered because of your contribution today. We acknowledge the sacrifices of all the volunteers and their time, and without those dedications, things would not have gone together as well. Thanks also to the families, as they've lovingly supported us, and we've worked to pull the rematch together. A big thank you for the 100-year rematch committee, Sarah Hunt, Wade Gleeson and Chloe Gleeson for the Gleeson side, and also to, on the O'Hallorans, Rodney, Patricia O'Halloran, Scott O'Halloran and Whitney May. Players are now lining up for the national anthem, so the Gleesons and the O'Hallorans. That will be performed by Annette Dawes. While we're waiting for her, we'll just quickly run through our umpires before Annette gets started. Our umpires today, in the central umpires, we have Andrew Dunlop, Nigel Webb and Mark Curley-Kearns. We'll have a bit of a chat about them very shortly. Our goal umpires will be Brian O'Halloran and Michael Burgess. And our boundary umpires are Duke Nixon Marcello, Nate McAllister and Dyson Ryan. And we thank them as they make their way onto the field for their contribution to today's 100-year centenary rematch. Bringing out the Bridget Cup will be the cup bearers Molly Spinks and Joyce Gleeson. Why the Bridget Cup? Well, it was during a committee meeting that Scott O'Halloran suggested the rematch played for the Bridget Cup, and it was embraced by by all the other committee members, as Bridget is the name of the matriarch of both the O'Hallorans and the Gleesons. Sarah Hunt remembered a big silver cup she fell in love with at the second-hand shop over a decade earlier, and despite hardly using it throughout the years, she loved it and felt compelled to keep it. She removed herself from the committee meeting, brought the cup, uploaded the photos, and they said it was perfectly suited to this task. And so we're just waiting for the Bridget Cup to be brought out by the bearers, Molly Spinks and Joyce Gleeson. Wade arranged for the cup to be suitably engraved with the names and dates of the matriarchs, as I mentioned, Bridget O'Halloran for the O'Hallorans and Bridget Gleeson, and the details of the 1925 and 2025 matches. The Bridget Cup stands as a testament to our pioneering heritage, both families' love of football, the worth of hard work and the importance of family and friendship.
People look so short. He's only 5'11" and 3/4. Yeah, that's the only way to tell who it is. The eye of the muscles.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Eddie.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance, Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this Commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
That's a beautiful rendition of the Australian National Anthem completed by Annette Dawes, a descendant of the O'Halloran family in relation to that. And we've just saw the Bridget Cup bearers, Molly Spinks and Joyce Gleeson, bring out the Bridget Cup. As I mentioned before, Bridget O'Halloran and Bridget Gleeson, the matriarchs of both the families here today. Joining me in the commentary will be Bo Downham. On the live stream today, my name being Xavier Williams. So welcome wherever you are around Australia to the Irishtown Football Ground for the 100 years centenary rematch between the Gleesons and the O'Hallorans. Last time this was played was back in Wynyard Football Ground in 1925. Sarah Hunt is about to toss the coin, a descendant of the Gleesons, and Andrew Gleeson, the captain for the Gleesons, and Dan O'Halloran will be having a look at that. And Bo, how do we go? What do we get there for the toss of the coin?
Yeah, it looks like the Gleesons are going to go to your right of screen. Yeah, good to be here, X. Thanks for having me. It's going to be a good day. It's probably the most unique game I reckon I've ever been a part of course. Two teams that played over 100 years ago to have a match up again today. Let's hope it's a little bit tighter than what it was up at Wynyard on the 17th of October 1925. But no, you actually look through these team lists. You got a couple of really good players in there. Nash Walker, who's playing Div 1 basketball in the States. Tex Walker, reading up on him last night. He's a 12-year-old boy who is named after the great Taylor Walker. So I love that. But everywhere you look, I mean, I don't know how many people can have on the bench because it's actually a 41 to 29 man team today. So I think some of the fellows on the O'Hallorans are just looking to get the jumper on and maybe have one touch or two and then sort of drift their way off the ground. But no, really looking forward to it.
No doubt the interchange will be ravaged throughout the course of today's proceedings, but we look forward to that and making sure that everyone gets the opportunity to represent their family on the field. Our coaches today are as follows. Max O'Halloran will be coaching the O'Hallorans, and Sean Bartlett will be the playing coach, number 23, out on the field there for the Gleesons. As we mentioned, to the right of screen will be the Gleesons, and to the left of screen will be the O'Hallorans. Gleeson's winning the toss. They're kicking to the right of screen.
Still trying to get into positions. I think there's too many. I wonder how many is on the field. Is it going to be 18 or is it going to be how many, I wonder? I don't
know, but I know that entrusted to look after the proceedings today will be Andrew Dunlop, Nigel Webb and Mark Curley-Cairns. And good luck, boys, because I know there's going to be a bit of mayhem. 20 minutes straight quarters, Bo Downham, that we have been told are going to be happening today. So it's Bartlett up against Edmund O'Halloran. Ball to ground. It's been cleared there. Coming out to Lamprey. Lamprey's been taken away, and it comes back to the O'Hallorans through the foot there by Lean. Going forward, gets it back by hand. Inside forward 50 for the first time. Good defensive punch there by the Gleesons. They pick it up, they go to clear. Can't do so. It's a little bit wet. So the boys are going to have their work cut out, and it's rushed through for the first score for the day, and it's a rush behind towards the O'Hallorans. So it's one behind to the O'Hallorans. They lead Bo, the Gleesons, and it's a similar start of what it was back in 1925 at Wynyard.
Yeah, I think so. A big point is they're going to go up straight through the middle. Nice mark taken. It was a juggling attempt though, but they do okay. I think it might have been the number 23 out there. Bartlett, as they go towards this outer side, I reckon a lot of play. It's been windy conditions. Is trying to track it down is Lamprey. Soccer off the deck was good, but Gee's in there as well. Fighting hard at the ground is the skipper and Dan O'Halloran, and we're going to see a ball up. I mean, I think, as Duff would say, we've indulged ourselves in the history here where he met up with Wade last night, and it was just astounding really reading about the game today, X, and how they've put it all together. It wouldn't have been easy, but they've done a pretty good job of it.
They have indeed. The Gleesons, the ball now is in the hands of the Gleesons. They get the free kick, and it's another free kick given away there by Matt O'Halloran. So they run via hands. It comes back to the hands of G. G inside forward 50 now. A good mark, use of the body there. And that was taken there by big Brody Gleeson. Wheels onto the right, inside forward 50 now. Looking for, and not finding, unfortunately, was Sean Gleeson. Ball got punched away. They're trying to get their hands to it. First there was Moore, Sammy Moore. At centre of the O'Hallorans. Played down at Rosebery, I believe, as well as Penguin. Ball up, inside forward 50 for the Gleesons. Getting his hands to the football, trying to get it away was Luke O'Halloran. And it runs into the hands of Liam, and Liam gets his ball forward, and it's on centre wing position.
And it is nearly on the cricket pitch as well, as streaming through is the big number 19 in Jack O'Halloran. Nifty little tap on. O'Halloran's going to try and pick up his work again, crashing through. I think that might be Mason G out there as they have a little left foot paddle towards half forward. Clean bowling, but not upending Quinton Gleeson. I think we're going to have to go on a first name basis today, X, as it spills out now to Liam O'Halloran, and a mark is taken inside the forward 50 of the O'Hallorans. I like their kit, the green and gold. We'll wait for this fella to turn around. It is number 5 in Jake O'Halloran, who's going to have the first shot of the 100-year rematch here, X.
Indeed, the big fella. So Jake O'Halloran, they're 15 metres out on a slight angle across the body. But our goal umpires, Brian O'Halloran and Michael Burgess, they raise the 2 flags. And first on the board to the big fella, Jake O'Halloran. And it's 1-1-7. 1-1-7. Currently, the O'Hallorans leading the Gleesons yet to score. We've played 3 minutes 30 into the first term.
Yeah, nice set shot on goal it was by the big fella, Jake O'Halloran. Did really well. Good mark taken, even better kick as well. So they get the first on the board, so 1-1-7. How about the kit on the umpire as well? It's a good day here at Irishtown. Weather actually holding up a little bit, as tapping it out there was the coach in short, Sean Bartlett. As looks like they're going to pick this one up. Walker spinning around onto that right foot, but intercept mark taken in the back 50 of the Gleesons territory, but it's going to be turned over straight away to Liam O'Halloran, who's already having a bit of an impact. Hard to miss him in those bright fluoro boots. Good mark taken by Jack O'Halloran. Might have the distance in him. Hard to see. The grass is actually quite long out there, Rex, and I don't think they went over and painted it during the week, but I don't think they've played footy here in about 3 months or 8 weeks. You know a little bit more.
Yeah, Circular Footy Association. Yep.
So Jack O'Halloran's going to have another shot to put them in front by 13 points. Kick just got smothered in the end, though. It's going to still trickle in play. Nifty little tap on there from Cooper Lean. Oh, big hit it was. I don't know who. It might have been Kane O'Halloran in there as they eventually come away with it. Spinning little kick inside forward 50, right to the teeth of goal. It was a little bit too hot to handle for Jake O'Halloran, who's already kicked one, and we're going to have an out-of-bounds throw in.
So boundary umpires, Duke and Nixon Marcello, Nate McAllister and Dyson Ryan. And looks like the Marcello boys are looking after that far side of the ground. Ball in, trying to get clean possession was Liam O'Halloran. Ball smothered, and it goes back out of bounds, and we'll repeat the process with the boundary throw in yet again. 1-1-7 at the 5.5 minute mark. The O'Hallorans kicking to the left of screen. leading the Gleesons. As Bo mentioned, it's 10.5 degrees, but feels like 4.1. We've had a bit of rain and a bit of wind over the last 24 to 48 hours down here. We might talk about that a little bit later, but the Gleesons are able to clear. Look at Brady G go to work. Tell you what, he's got some skills, this young man. Out towards centre wing position. The two big fellas working hard against each other. That's Dylan Gleeson and Luke O'Halloran. And they push the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have another boundary throw-in. So the boundary throw-in will be taken this time by Mr. Dyson Ryan. So Dyson Ryan looks resplendent in that kit, Bo.
He definitely does. How about the kit on everyone, I reckon, today, X? Not just Dyson, but I like the blue and the white as they kick towards half forward here. The O'Hallorans, and big mark taken from Jack. That's with a Q, not with a CK. I reckon there might be a couple out there, but Jack O'Halloran's taken the mark.
Yeah, he played with the Burnie Dockers this season in the Premier League. So rather proficient young man, especially in front of goal. So looking forward to see what he can do there from Sammy Moore.
So
all
he's
yours.
Going to line up here to put them in front by 13 points. Jack O'Halloran kicks through it pretty good. It's offline though, just through in the hands of an awaiting number 43 in Gleeson, and a minus score going the way of the O'Hallorans. So that's 1-2-8 now, X.
1-2-8 at the 7-minute mark. The O'Hallorans still lead. So the Gleesons, true to form, 100 years ago, yet to score in the first quarter. Kick out has been taken there by O'Halloran. Jack, he goes inboard, doesn't have a shot on goal. Looking for, not finding the big fella who kicked the goal at the start. That being Jake. And we're going to get a ball up. Good defensive pressure by the Gleesons right at the top of the goal square. Cooper Gleeson on top of Dan O'Halloran. Ball up by Mark Curly Kearns, local legend. Ball comes out by hand into the hands of Liam O'Halloran. Across the body, unfortunately goes to the far side and it's through for another behind. 1-3-9. 1-3-9. The O'Hallorans at the 8-minute mark, Bo, lead the Gleesons yet to score.
Yeah, it's been all O'Hallorans at the moment as they kick into the pocket. It was a dicey kick, but standing underneath it pretty well was Mason G, and they looked to have a bit of overlap run, but standing in the road with a good fist there was Lean, but they trickle one towards half forward. Oh, big stiff arm was displayed there by Sean Gleeson. He couldn't quite get it away as far as he would have liked. They're still battling at ground level now. A couple of clean bowls in there. Lamprey's laying some pressure as they eventually get the hand pass out, but missed Wade Gleeson, who nearly did a hammy there, old Wade, as they battle away at ground level. It's a free kick going the way of the O'Hallorans, going to Liam O'Halloran. Chip into the pocket. It nearly did stay inside the 50 as they go inside now. Jack O'Halloran, nifty little kick onto himself, flicked the hand pass, but they couldn't quite get it away. Jake O'Halloran, who got the first goal of the game, couldn't quite shrug the tackle, X.
And G will be the recipient of the free kick. So the Gleesons doing their work in the back half and doing it well. G in particular standing up, finds a teammate still inside the defensive 50 but on the far side of the ground. That kick, unfortunately, not executed all that well and runs across the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. So
the cars.
Yes,
big crowd.
It is a big crowd here at the Irishtown Football Ground.
There were people parked here yesterday when we came to set up, X. They were parked here in prime position. Already parked here. They must have either camped or walked home. Quite remarkable.
Ball comes down to the Gleesons. Handball there, fed by Mason G. And free kick has been dumped. That goes back to number 33. That's Brody G. Finds a teammate further afield. So cross centre wing position. Just using the football. Ball in the hands of Lamprey. Wheels onto the right. Inside foot. Good kick. Lands in the hands. Gleeson, Sean. Back to G. On that trusty left foot, Bo, looking to go inside forward 50. Doesn't quite make it. As a run out of bounds, they've run out of room. Taking it across the line is Tim O'Halloran.
It was Tim O'Halloran. We'll see a throw in. Remarkably, there isn't all O'Halloran's playing today. Or all Gleesons. That's sort of coming into this. I thought, oh, surely all of them will be, but there's a bit of a mixture in there. As the tap down is won, it was done by Andrew Gleeson, and now they're going to go inside forward 50, the Gleesons. Haven't had too much impact, lost it in the wind. It's going to be stood up there by Spratling. Kick wasn't great, but dancing around his opponent there was Orchettle. But he turns it over, but they couldn't quite mark it. Spilling it was Blake Hall. And it's going to be holding the football going the way of the green and gold X.
So it's in the hands of Moore. Moore wastes no time, goes out wide. Good kick. Taking the mark was Walker. Nash goes further afield. Gleeson's repel. Losing it was Lamprey. Orchard tries to get his hands to the football. Cannot. Ball's repelled by the Gleesons. By foot. Back to Liam O'Halloran. His kick. Finds a target. Can you believe it? Moore. Orchard. And, looking for, unfortunately, unable to take the mark, was a young fella in Gleeson. Comes back out to Matt. Matt's kick to the top of the goal square, Jacques O'Halloran. And kicking it off the ground's the big fella, our goal scorer from earlier on in the term. And that's big Jake O'Halloran for his second, and the second to the O'Hallorans in the first term. Off the ground, opportunistic, and they move to 2 goals 3. 2 goals 3, 15, the O'Hallorans. At the 12-minute mark, the Gleesons yet to score. True to form, Bo Downham.
Oh, how good was that? Jake O'Halloran is really starting to get involved in this footy match, X.
So was number 56 there.
Yeah.
So Matt Orchard. Yeah, that's right. So he was involved with multiple passages of play then from halfback all the way through.
As they tap it down, it was Jaden Free there as it volleyballs around. Fisting it forward was Sean Gleeson, but ends up getting wrapped up in a really strong tackle by Connor Bramich. Nicely done as he wheels on to that left foot. Nicely way to kick out towards Liam O'Halloran as they kick it into the pocket. And here is Jack O'Halloran again as he stabs it forward. Orchard's going to try and get on the end of this one. They soccer one out of defence though, the Gleesons, only as far and is awaiting Dan O'Halloran, who plays a pretty strong tackle there. And
on Jeremy Donahue from the Gleesons. So we might have a bit of a look at his player profile. So Jeremy Donahue, 52. Occupation production operator at Mole Creek Limeworks. He kicks towards half back. Ball's taken away from the pack, and it goes to number 26, Liam O'Halloran, inside forward 50. There's the man that we were talking about before, young Ty Gleeson. Doesn't get his hands onto the football. Man that does, though, is Cooper Gleeson. He releases across half-back. Goes to Gray. Taken in a big tackle by Moore. Is this going to be called holding the football? No, says Curly Kearns. We'll have a ball up across the 50-metre arc.
Must just say, the hospitality by both of these families has been terrific. Great day. Great spectators as they rip it out of the ruck, and Brady G gets wrapped up instantly in a really strong tackle by Connor Bramich. It's 13 minutes, nearly 14 gone in this first quarter. Only 15 points in it. They wouldn't want that to blow out, and they might have shades of 19-25X as they try and go in towards the 50.
It's trending in that way, Bo. There's no doubt about it.
So we're going to have another ball up inside the forward 50 there, O'Hallorans.
Great talking point, no doubt, of the wet area. And I'll tell you what, has that been populated since the start of the juniors? Brody G not going anywhere. And he was taken in a tackle there by Matt O'Halloran. So Curly Kearns does it again. 200-plus gamer for the Smithton Saints. Wonder if Mick and Shirley are about today. Mother and father of Curly. China, his younger brother. Guy Kearns. Never umpired a game of footy in his life. I'll tell you what, he gave a fair bit of lip to over the journey, over those 200-plus games. Bartlett, Sean, unable to get his hands cleanly on the football. Diving on top of it is Lamprey. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Jaden Free, and we'll do it all again.
Yeah, that's good research from you, Lex. Probably not even research, it's probably real-life experience, I reckon. As they come away, Lamprey's starting to work into this game. County line awaiting, but they're going to toss this one up.
No,
Or
it's a
maybe
free
not.
kick.
Free kick going the way of the O'Hallorans. So
Bramich is the recipient. Connor Bramich.
Looking to go forward again. They've put scoreboard pressure on. It's a pretty good looking kick, but it's just across the face of goal for a minor score. So 2-4-16 to yet to score the Gleesons. It's all living down this green and gold index.
We're going 20-minute straight quarters. I was inside the club rooms before, just next to the heater. No one's explaining that it was only going to be 20 minutes, no time on today. I understand why. Good kick out from full back. No one able to take the mark.
I think they got the best of the weather conditions though. It was absolutely
certainly.
bucketing down when the little kids are out there, and I was almost going to yell, like, take them off. I thought get a cold before school.
Resilience building, that's what it is, Bo. Resilience building.
A couple of good kids in there to look out for in the future, X.
Absolutely. Doing the family proud. Punched down by Free. O'Halloran loses it. Taken away by the Gleesons. I think that might have been Donahue. Ball's been released. Taken by Dave Gleeson. Believe it or not, playing for the O'Hallorans.
I was going to say.
Kicking across his body, but I think it's gone out of bounds on the full. And the recipient of the free kick will be Cooper Gleeson.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? They got a Gleeson in O'Hallorans. Just proves anything is possible as it goes over Lamprey's head, over to Tim O'Halloran. Diving attempt of a mark. It was paid in the end. I think it was Ty Gleeson. He's going to bomb a long one straight into the corridor where an awaiting mark is taken from Liam O'Halloran. He's working into this game as well. They're about a kick and a half away from goal. Looking for some options. Where is Jack O'Halloran? Here he is on the lead, the big fella. They're going to have to wear him pretty tightly if they want to win today, the Gleesons. He's had a couple of chances as well. I think it might be Jack O'Halloran, it is. So he hasn't yet scored a goal, but he's been up and about. He might have kicked a couple of points. So this to extend the lead out now and really put the Gleesons on the back foot. Jack O'Halloran, the Burnie Dockers player, kicks through it pretty truly. Goal umpire has to move a little bit, but it is behind. He's got a case of the wobbles and the crowd think it's a goal, but it actually isn't.
That's Mr. Michael Burgess, the goal umpire.
Sense of theatre.
Yep. So, understandably, got to make it definitive. So Jack O'Halloran will have to do some work. Good kick out of full back by the Gleesons. Ball's going to land in the hands of Liam O'Halloran. Takes on one, takes on two, throws on the boot inside forward 50. Good intercept by the Gleesons inside forward 50. That might have been Brooks. Goes further afield. Donahue. Jaden. Another left footer. Good kick. Gleeson. Dylan. Centre wing position. The big fella. Kicks towards half forward. Oh, strong mark. Great use of the body. Coach Bartlett gives it off by hand. They come inside. They're forward 50. Not getting his hands on the football was Burgess. They've lost possession. Now taking it over was Spratling. They kick inside the centre square into the hands of O'Halloran. And O'Halloran, so Liam to Jacques. Is he going to have a bounce? No, he decides to throw it onto the boot. Good decision, Jacques. And that's his first of the game, and that's their third. And they go to 3 goals, 5. 3 goals, 5. 22. 3-5-22, the O'Hallorans at the 19-minute mark, leading the Gleesons. Bo yet to score.
Oh, he's looked like he wants to tear this game apart, does Jack O'Halloran. He's finally got his first goal on the board. As we drift into the last 20 seconds of this first term, it is 0-0 yet to score the Gleesons. They need to have a little bit of a pump up at half-time, I reckon, by Coach Sean Bartlett. As they're about to hear the siren. Tap down was one from Free. Battling at ground level as they come away with it, the Gleesons. They might have time here. Dancing around with G. And passing kick forward,
there's the siren.
But the siren, it was good enough to get to Sean Bartlett. But unfortunately, they couldn't quite make anything of it, X.
So at quarter time, status quo prevails from 100 years ago. at the Wynyard Football Ground. We see the O'Hallorans 3 goals, 5-23, leading the Gleesons, yet to score. Unfortunately, they just missed that opportunity in the dying moments of the first term. The goal scorers for the O'Hallorans are as follows. Jake, the big full forward, number 5, has kicked 2, and finally getting on the scoreboard after 4 attempts was Jacques O'Halloran, number 19. So he gets his first. So it's 3 goals, 5-23 to the O'Hallorans, leading the Gleesons, yet to score.
Oh, do you reckon it's creeping into their mind, X? Just a little bit of history remaking itself. I hope they can get a pump up by Coach Sean Bartlett and try and come away and come out with this quarter firing, but history can't be changed. I wonder what they're thinking out there at the moment.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what the O'Hallorans would be thinking. I'd suggest that the Gleesons might be thinking they've got to restructure. So I'd be interested to get a microphone, to be honest with you, into the huddles at quarter time. As we can see, the Chief Executive Officer of the Tasmanian Devils make his way out. So that's Mr. Brendan Gale. He's going to go and have a bit of a listen, I'd imagine, to the speeches that are going to be given there by Coach Max O'Halloran for the O'Hallorans, and also Sean Bartlett for the Gleesons. I like what Brody G's doing, to be honest with you, across half back for the Gleesons. He's been very prominent early.
He's been good.
Yeah, they've got some good left footers in their side to the Gleesons. The O'Hallorans at the moment, though, are obviously taking the most of their opportunities and supposedly being on their own home deck, their own cow dung. They know the conditions well, and they will be able to continue, you know, the theme that had been from 100 years ago at the Wynyard Football Ground.
Yeah, so we might take our first break at the coverage here. It is 3-5-23 yet to score the Gleesons. O'Hallorans in front, 2 goals to Jake and 1 to Jack. We'll be back very, very soon. Yes, so welcome back to the second quarter here, live from the Irishtown Recreation Centre. As they go towards half forward here, that might be the kicking end here for the Gleesons. X.
Yeah, that looks like they've got a little bit of wind behind them. As I mentioned before, it's about 32 kilometres an hour from the west. So it is sort of going across the ground, to be honest with you, but it looks a little bit more to the left of screen. Ball in dispute, cross half forward for the Gleesons. But the O'Hallorans are going to be rewarded with the free kick. I think that might be Everard that kicks the ball towards centre wing position. Good use of the hands. They kick inside. Forward 50. About to be joined by Soxy O'Halloran in the commentary position. Kick out of the congestion goes to the near side, and we get one behind. So score goes up to 24. So we go to 3-6-24, all in favour of the O'Hallorans. And joining us in the commentary position now is Scott Socks O'Halloran. So welcome, Socks, to this momentous occasion here at Irishtown.
Thanks, Dave. I feel a bit like Garth Brooks with the headset on. It's fantastic. Just to give you a bit of insight at quarter-time speech from Max O'Halloran, he did mention that, you know, Soxy was out in the positions. They weren't lowering their eyes. You know, we had the breeze. The boys were going long, showing off a little bit. So felt a bit cold. So I've come in here to warm up, and we're off to a flyer.
Yeah, smart decision. Brody G looks like he's good penetration across half-back. Yeah, good pressure there being applied. The ball comes to the hands of Berkery. His handball goes astray. There's G again. Tell you what, he's working his magic.
Good, 33, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. It's beautiful left foot. Brody G, inside forward 50. It's a bit of a mongrel of a looking kick, though. They've got an opportunity through the hands of Lamprey. Look at that. Lamprey with a bit of magic. Big fella, big Jared Lamprey. And he kicks his first. And believe it or not, Socks, that's the first of the Gleesons before half-time.
It could be the story of two halves. There's a pretty strong breeze out there. You'd say it'd be a 3 or 4 goal breeze here, and this is a tough ground to kick goals on into the wind. She's as long as it is wide, Irishtown.
2.5 minutes into the second term.
Oh, look at that. Nearly a push in the back there to Matt Moore in the replay, but was let go. It's good to see him hit the board. They didn't kick too many 100 years ago, and they've got one now in the first half. That's great. Wade Gleeson would be breathing a sigh of relief. Beautiful.
No doubt about that.
Bit of competitiveness here in the box, I reckon. I'm loving it as they get slung to the ground, the Gleesons. Nifty little tap on as they go towards half forward. The O'Hallorans. Strong mark or tackle taken there by Kobe Walker. Nash Walker's an interesting one I want to talk to you about, Scott. Tell us a little bit about him.
Oh, hello. She's on here. There's a bit of RG Barnes.
I wonder if this happened in 1925.
The Walker boys won't take lightly to this. They've got the 3 boys playing half forward here. Kobe, Nash and Tex.
So they come away with it. We'll come back to you as G dribbles one into the centre of the ground. But it's all your team, Scott, as they handball it off to Bramich. Nifty little kick inside the forward 50. Nearly clean bowling. Quinton Gleeson, who was pretty happy to see that one not go through him as they shovel it up. Brooks,
good tackle,
dancing around.
Mason
Elvin
Howard.
Gleeson. And it's going to be a high free kick going the way
There's
of
a bit
the
of
Gleesons.
feeling out there, isn't there? There's a bit of feeling. Gleesons are looking a bit more confident now they've got one on the board. And you can see the passion coming through on both sides, actually.
Ball kicked back towards half-back for the Gleesons.
Oh, good mark.
Mercury, inside
Walker.
450. He's been paid the mark by Nigel Webb.
Nash Walker, he gets on the plane next week and heads to America to go to college basketball.
Yes.
So we're lucky to have the boy here today.
Div 1, he's going to be playing with Marquette. It's the son of Waxy Walker.
Oh, he's gone long. He's off.
Beautiful kick, but unfortunately the wind has got hold of it and it goes out of bounds on the
God,
full.
he nearly hit my missus's car then.
Talking about the roll-up of cars, mate, this is amazing.
Isn't it great?
There were people
Just
here,
fantastic.
I was telling X, we're here setting up, and there were people parked here yesterday to get as best spot as they can, and they must have walked home, I reckon.
They love it. It's great country atmosphere. There's good. I mean, I want to give a plug to Josh Perry, our My Kitchen Rules champion here of last year or 2 years ago. He donated the sausages for the underage game. They all got a can of coconut sausage, and that's a big thanks to Perry's Meats, local butcher in Smithton.
Get into Perry's Meats, some of the best meats you will find. Ball back inside forward 50 for the O'Hallorans. Getting his handball away was Paul Wells. Walker goes without it. That's Nash. He's heading off to Marquette very shortly. O'Halloran.
Oh, good vision, Tex. Here comes the little boy, Tex Walker.
Here we go.
Little Tex.
Oh,
Can't quite get it. Jumping on top there, applying some pressure is Connor Bramich.
Is it true that he was named after the Adelaide player, Scott?
Well, he was born in November. After the final series where Taylor Walker ripped it to pieces. So I'd say there was a little bit of that involved.
As the boundary line nearly winning out, they hug the boundary line. Liam O'Halloran. Now is Walker. The big Texan. Oh, where's the centre theatre if you're on the line in Quinton Gleeson? Oh, he's nearly got it. Young Tex Walker. And they're going to try and kick out of defence. Spoil was behind from Mason G. Trying to track this one down is Gavin Gleeson. Boundary line beating everyone. Now I want to ask you, Scott, what's the reason behind just the lazy 41 players out here today?
Mate, when we set this game up, there was never going to be a selection process. We didn't think we could get a team. I looked at my family tree that I know going back 2 or 3 generations, and I come up with 9. They're all here today, and I thought, where are we going to get more players? And then Jan Cox from Devonport, she got on board. Jill Kay, a local historian. Patrick O'Halloran from Hobart. Because you'd imagine there's so many mares in amongst the stable, so the names change, and we've had people come from Western Australia, Queensland, and about a 50 from Ballarat. So it's so good to get together. We had a great reunion last night. There was 100 strong at the bar, and I think the last one left at about 1 o'clock this morning.
Was that at the Blackberry?
At the Blackberry Inn.
Oh, the Blackberry Inn. Jeez, I tell you what, she's a well-known premise around these parts. There's no doubt about it. Bit of work there done. It comes out to Nash Walker. Goes over to Liam O'Halloran. Goes across the body. Tex Walker!
Here he is. He won't dish it off. He'll struggle for distance, but he won't dish this off. Look, he'll go the barrel, I reckon.
He is too.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Poor connection.
Hobie Rudder.
Yeah.
The president of Irishtown. No, he's not going to find it with that.
That's Hobie. And being wrapped up across the boundary line. Oh, not the boundary line. The point behind was Quinton Gleeson and goes through for 1 behind. So they move to 3-7.
To answer your question of the 41 players, I just noticed Kai Moore, number 2, and Brodie Gilly have hit the ground. That means we've rotated the 41. So wherever we are, 8-minute mark of the second quarter.
You got David Buddifin and Michael Moldhouse out there, have you? Tell you what, because that's what they used to do. They used to rotate them through.
Yeah.
Gee, what a day we have here at Irishtown as they kick it towards our forward, the Gleesons. Just picking his pocket, Luke O'Halloran couldn't quite reel it in. Battling at ground level there is Paul Wells as O'Halloran of the Lamb variety overrunning it, but he might just get it back. He tried to get the kick away, but he shoveled it back in time as the Gleesons get it, and they'll be tackled inside their forward 50, the O'Hallorans, or rather they'll do the tackling inside their forward 50. The umpire tosses it back up. Good use of the body there by Sean Bartlett. On what's going through his head as with a little spinning kick.
Howard,
and here he is.
Mason Howard, son of a local legend here, Luke Howard. Back-to-back premiers for Irishtown in 95, 96. 96 being the centenary year of the AFL and Irishtown Football Club. He can kick goals. His dad, his grandfather all could put him through, and there he goes.
So here he is. Mason Howard gets his first. And it's just drifted out. A pretty comfortable lead now, you reckon, Scott?
Oh, it's never comfortable, mate. I mean, look at footy today. I remember playing in the grand final in 09. Well, Olsen came out and kicked 8 in the second quarter. I actually didn't think it was going to run out into the ground after half time. I thought, where's the bus? Let's just get out of here. But today, the comebacks are better than ever, aren't they?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can never say die.
Look at the smile on Mason's face as he's running in. You can be sure he was getting a fair bit of advice over the back fence.
That's what it's all about, though, isn't it?
A couple of replacements for the Gleesons, Donahue and number 88. So, Jerry, I think that Jaden Gleeson coming on. The ball comes towards
Ed O'Halloran.
Out
to Cooper Lean.
Yeah, Lean.
Matt Ockertell from Ballarat. Cooper Lean played for Vic Metro 2 years ago. This kid is a gem.
Yeah, he looks fit. Ockertell.
Walking.
Good kick.
Ed.
That's courage. Ed O'Halloran.
Now, Ed O'Halloran's son of Patrick. Now, Patrick O'Halloran is the 7th generational Patrick O'Halloran. The eldest son was always named Patrick. And we've got his son out here today, the second eldest, Ed.
Former Marist Regional College boy.
You know him?
I do. I used to teach the young man.
Oh, wow.
Ed.
How good is that? His dad is brilliant. He's such a historian.
Yeah.
He walked through the door at Forest last night and I thought there was a ghost. He looked like Patrick O'Halloran the first. In case you're wondering at home, you'll see a number on the back of the O'Halloran's top, on centre of the back, and that is Patrick O'Halloran's convict number.
Is that the same for a lot of other people on their jerseys?
Everyone's
today?
wearing the same number.
Yep.
So Patrick was sentenced out in 1853, come out to Australia, met a free settler lady by the name of Bridget Martin, and they married and had 10 children, and we are playing footy today on the land that they cleared.
So Brody G, hand passes inboard, Dylan Gleeson.
Ooh, that's
stroked the tackle, did Brady G.
We
And
have a shot here.
going to be having a line-up, as Scott just mentioned, so to get their second on the board here.
I got goosebumps when you said that, Scott.
Yeah, right.
So on the land, isn't that amazing?
We're playing on the land that they O'Halloran's carved. We owned it all at one point. As you can imagine, when they used to grow spuds with all the grandkids, there was plenty of scraps out around here amongst the family.
So didn't quite make the distance as they clear the area, maybe only prematurely, X.
Yeah,
Paul Martin. Now let's talk about Paul Martin. His great-granddad, Noel O'Halloran, would be listening and watching in from Somerset, so big shout-out to Noel. He's 98 years of age. He's the eldest of the family and an absolute champion. I hope he's tuning in Somerset.
Kick inboard, falls into the lap. Number
Gleeson.
19, Andrew Gleeson, the captain.
Played for Deloraine. I debuted for Smithton against Andrew Gleeson at Deloraine. We played on each other. How's that? And now he's lining up for a goal. He doesn't miss. Let's see if the jinx works here in the commentary. He's never missed a goal.
Commentator's curse has no effect on the captain. And that's his first. A much-needed goal. And they've kicked 2 in the second term, and I'd have to say, to the left of screen, northern end of the ground, it's a scoring end.
That's where it's at.
I think it's because you're not out there at the moment, I reckon.
I think I'm going to go slip away here, get a bit of deep heat, and I'll find myself in the square early in the third quarter. I want to get back in amongst the action, maybe make it on the score sheet.
So they've kicked 2 goals straight to 1 goal 1. So the Gleesons just starting to peg back that margin. That margin at the moment is just under 20 points.
Oh, well roved. God, he was coming through like a freight train, 97. Big unit.
Jared Lamprey, he's having a good game today.
Umpire Nigel Webb. He's umpired over 700 games, I think, Webby. He's on the NWFA Hall of Fame. Fantastic bloke. He was the last coach of Chudley Football Club, and that's predominantly where the Gleesons used to play. So that's where he tied into this game. I was standing on the gate at Mott and Preston, and Webby came up to me and he said, look, I want to be a part of this. And here he is out. He's come down from Deloraine to umpire today.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Lockie Donoghue running after the football. Joining him and getting his hands on the pill was Tommy Gleeson. Comes back to Lockie Gleeson. And we don't get the football away from half back for the Gleesons, and we'll have a ball up. So ball up by umpire Dunlop. Bartlett gets his hands on the footy, then applies some pressure. Trying to get his boot to ball was Tom Gleeson. Comes out to Orchettle. Is that right?
Yeah,
Arcatel, my apologies. Arcatel.
Here we
O'Halloran,
go.
Liam.
Arcatel
again.
Go,
Big
Matty.
prominence on that right boot from Ballarat across the face. And it goes through for one behind, so it goes to 4-8-32. It's now a 20-point differential between the O'Hallorans and the Gleesons as we run up to about 15 minutes into the second term.
They're going to kick out of defence. It was nicely weighted to William Jarman. He's got a bit of overlap run on to Cooper Gleeson. It was there. So Cooper Gleeson now.
Son of Wade.
Dumps this
Young
one
Cooper.
Down the line. It falls into the path of Sean Gleeson. So he's just sort of parted for him there momentarily as they kick now to Connor Bramage. Had a bit of run from behind, didn't like to go there. Maybe sold himself a bit of candy as well as a hand pass over the top. Tapping it in front of himself now is Lean. Oh, this would make a nice bit of play if they could get it, but free kick is going to go
Nate
the way of Nate Marthick.
How old is
Nate Marthick's only about 14.
14.
He's a Redcar Football Club player.
Kicks inside.
Oh, went down. Who's there, Walker?
That was Howard going down.
They've got numbers. Howard again.
Howard overruns the football. Goes back for a third time.
Oh,
One
no,
steps
left.
one way, steps the other. Gives it back.
No.
And they release to the Gleesons through G on that left boot. Geez, that's a good kick. Lands in the hands of Sean Gleeson. He kicks inboard. Geez, they've got some runners here.
Oh, Burkery
though, desperate in defence. And
it's in the back.
According to the umpire, Brody G's given away a free kick.
Oh, we're off.
Hands to Liam O'Halloran. Plays on, inside forward 50.
Chaos ball.
Taken away there by Jeremy Donahue, the assistant coach, the 52-year-old, former Deloraine Roo. He gets it out to his young teammate there in Dylan Gleeson. But according to the umpire, he was deemed to be too long in possession. Ball gets kicked over the boundary line out in front of Liam O'Halloran, and we will get a boundary throw-in.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty happy with the stand of the game. It's up and down. It's a little bit loose and chaotic at times, but some of these people haven't played footy for a very, very long time.
I love the fact that you've got people such as Lean, as well as, say, someone such as Bartlett, you know, at the different aspects of their careers, and they're still out here on the paddock. Hands to Brody G.
So now they're going to kick off to Thomas Gleeson. Chips one into the path, though. It wasn't the best kick. Jared Lamprey, he's having a pretty good game. Kick
Here we go.
just got there in the end by Quigley. Ocatel, he's having a bit of an impact as well, this man. Kanat Ocatel. You say he's from Ballarat?
Ballarat boy, yep. He's part of a massive family. Tony O'Halloran got drafted by Richmond to go over, and we actually went over and trained. He done his knee, and then he decided to stay in Victoria, went to country Ballarat. Now the story goes, he walked into the shop, and the gentleman there owned the shop, and he said to the gentleman, "Any more rain about?" And the gentleman had a daughter called Maureen, and he heard, "Is Maureen about?"
Oh.
So he said, "Hang on, I'll go get her." Out come Maureen, and they had 10 children.
Wow, I wish it was that easy. Jarman's kick. Smother gets it back. Throws on the boot, lands in the hands of Jack O'Halloran.
Tony Dockers.
Yes, yeah, both Jack and Liam doing well. And prominent here today was looking for his brother. But that's a good diving
Kane
mark.
O'Halloran, local legend. They call him Cookie. He won't kick it. Oh, lovely. Going to Walker. Oh,
No, not the big fella. So big Kobe. Geez, he looks like Dad. Fair dinkum. And he's as angry as Dad too, I must admit.
You know the whack?
Yeah, I do know Whack. Liam O'Halloran. I used to play basketball with him way back in Devonport.
Oh, right.
That's a long time ago.
Dan O'Halloran, our captain, back on the ground now. We'll start seeing a bit of ball movement.
Yeah.
But he played 300 games for Hepburn this year. An absolute stalwart. He's the raging bull, and he's our captain. Look, he wants it again. He knows another goal here is important.
Hands to Bramage. He'll drive it really deep. Oh, big mark. Take
Howard's
it.
claiming it.
Howard's. Oh, they didn't pay it. We got up in the commentary
Dunlop.
box. We got very excited,
Who's
I think.
32? Brody Gilly went high, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
We got very excited. Couldn't quite reel it down. But they've still got an opportunity here as they fist it forward by way of Jaden Free. Good tackle taken. Free.
Dan.
Hand passes it off. O'Halloran just got it smothered. Still battling at ground level. Final minute of the term, and then
Ooh,
we're
we
going
need
to see
one
you
here.
back out there, I reckon.
We're going back out on the park, mate. Don't worry about that.
We'll recess to the change rooms at half-time, Socks.
Yeah, definitely. That's where the deep heat's at. That's where I'll be. Jaden Free. Can we squeeze it? No.
There's good pressure. Big thump away there by Will Jarman.
Cooper Lean. They won't tackle
Lean
him.
steps one way, steps the other, back to Liam O'Halloran. Oh, cuts a fine figure through the traffic, throws it onto the right boot, holds up in the air. Kobe Walker gets his hands to it, and it runs out of bounds just in front of his teammate there, Nate Marthick. So, boundary throw in. As I mentioned before, the young boundary riders for us today. The Marcello brothers, Duke and Nixon, Nate McAllister and Dyson Ryan. They're doing a great job, the young men.
Well, just to give you a bit on Andrew Dunlop, he's a local umpire here for the last 15 years, Dunny. And Mark Kearns. I reached out to, I never got in contact with him actually, Razor Ray. But the word was he was a bit too pricey for the little charity event. And I was on the phone to Mark. He's a very good friend of mine. I played a bit of footy with Mark. And I said, you could be our Razor Ray. And his comments was, well, I've never umpired, but I've given plenty of advice. And I'd do anything for you, Sock. So it's fantastic you can be part of it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely. So, and I tell you what, they look resplendent too. Is this by White Hawk Apparel, this particular kit?
Oh, yeah, nail on the head. There's White Hawk Apparel. Mark Simmons, what a champion. He's running a tight ship up there in Devonport on Madison Street. He gets married next weekend. I think he services about 50 to 60 Australian sporting clubs currently, White Hawk Apparel. So nothing was an issue on the phone. I went into it. I mean, Wade Gleeson, he's the man to have on your committee. He has everything on spreadsheet. He follows up. I go and see Mark. I've got my daughter's scrapbook. I've wrote a few notes. I've got loose paper everywhere. And somehow we managed to not stuff one of the numbers up. So it all goes back to Mark and White Hawk.
Talking about our sponsors, do you want to just give a couple of them a bit of a plug with regards
I'll give our major one, the O'Halloran's, Grant and Sarah Shuring. They're a local family business here. Sarah's actually an O'Halloran descendant. Grant Shuring, I grew up with Grant. We rode horses at the Pony Club together, and they got a local welding company in Smithton. They run up the coast as far as Devonport, Latrobe, and any of your welding needs, they're the ones you go to down here.
And of course, all proceeds stay from the gate going to the Cancer Council Foundation. Pretty didn't have to think about that one too much, I reckon, and when choosing a sponsor, I reckon.
No, dead right. When we sat around the committee and said, look, we're gonna put this event on, we're gonna need a bit of sponsorship. What do we do with the leftover money, and where do we drive it? It was just an easy one. Kids cancer. No one wants to see kids get crook. We're all very passionate about it, and we hope to generate a bit of money today. You know, $5,000 was a target. I think we'll give that quite easy.
Yep. Now, talking about tonight, there's going to be some festivities afterwards, similar to the Bordy banquet, I would imagine, just out the back here. What's happening?
We're going to have we're going to sit down 2-course meal where we've sold about 180 tickets. There'll be a few speeches. We've got the live auction. Big Dave Foster, what a champion. He's here today. He's come in and spoke to both teams. He just loves the community. I mean, what an ambassador, not only for this, but just Tasmania. You know, he illustrates it every day he steps out. I love the guy. I mean, we used to go to the shows back in the day, with Stanley Show. The first thing you'd see is either the G Whizzer or David Foster. So we've got about 35 items to auction off, and they've been donated throughout the community. A couple of good jumpers, and all that proceed there goes to the charity.
Good luck with those festivities tonight. We're going to let you go so you can get into that halftime speech. I'm going to take the mic out to the Gleesons at 3/4 time.
Good one.
It'll be interesting to see what Mr. Bartlett has to say to try and rev the boys up. But at halftime, it is the Gleesons trailing by 20 points to the O'Hallorans. Big thanks to Scott Soxy O'Halloran for stepping in during the second quarter. Hopefully we might get Wade Gleeson during the third quarter.
I reckon you'll get him in there. He's good for a chat.
You can talk for hours, I reckon.
I'm going to go see if I can jump and grab hold of the Chief, so Chief Executive Officer Brendan Gale, so at halftime. But 4:32, the O'Hallorans at halftime, leading the Gleesons 2 straight 12.
Well, yes, welcome back to the third quarter here, live from the Irishtown Football Ground. Bo Downham in the commentary box, ex-Williams next to me, just getting in readiness. Going to have a special guest after a couple of minutes. You're going to have to wait out to see who it is, but he's going to have a good little chat with us here in the van on Duff TV. It's a pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching from around the planet. This is a great event to be a part of, isn't it, X?
Certainly is. It certainly is. And I had a great chat with a number of people, including Matt Walker, so son of three of the O'Halloran boys, O'Halloran team members. They're Walkers, Nash, Kobe, and also young Tex. And that's Liam O'Halloran that takes it away there. Kicks inside forward 50. Unable to take the mark was the Gleesons. That was number 12. That being Jeremy Donahue. Ball goes inside 450. They got it in hand now, the O'Hallorans. They can really step up to the scoring end of the ground. Good tackle applied by Jaden Gleeson. Ball comes free. Picking it back up was one of the O'Hallorans. Comes out towards Brody G. So G gets the ball back by hand. Throws it on the left boot. Kicks towards the wing. No one able to take clean possession at the moment, but diving on top of it is Tim O'Halloran. He's able to knock it out. Moore by hand to number 36. That's Mr. Keating. It's the first time for the day. Then he goes to Cooper Lee. Look at that. Just steps the Gleesons inside forward 50. And a good mark taken in defence there by Ashley Brooks.
Yeah, so Brooks looking to shift this one across the face. Ends up hitting Hall. Good mark taken. And now we do have the umpire mic working, so we might hear now mate in the field as they kick towards an awaiting 17 and Gavin Gleeson. Lamprey, oh, that was a swift little air pass off. Here he is, the umpire is on. We do have him in the middle now as they look to go towards half forward, but coming back in the nick of time. Oh, you can hear him actually on the mic as they kick towards Liam O'Halloran. He steadies and then fires, but it's going to be turned over. And here he is in the commentary box, the CEO of the Tassie Devils, Brendan Gale. Brendan, thanks for joining us here on Duff TV. Pleasure to have your company.
Great to be with you. Great to be with you here at Irishtown, Central.
Central, oh, this is almost home for you.
Yeah, it is. It's, well, the northwest coast is my neck of the woods, and my mother's side of the family come from this area, Morbanna, Nabagina. Circular head, she's a Maguire. That's a very Irish name for Irishtown. So, no, it's great to come in and see, well, be part of this great historical event, but to bring my mother up, and she's had a beeline of people queue up to talk to her today, so it's been a great day.
Certainly has, and it looks like we've got another boundary throw-in. The score is 4-9-33 to the O'Hallorans, 2 straight to the Gleesons. Gleesons on the scoreboard, believe it or not, within the first half, Brendan. Back in 1925, they didn't score until late into the third term, so they've got 2 straight majors, and they're only 21 points in arrears at this juncture. They're trying valiantly in order to, with some desperation, in order to make sure that the ball...
I did read that. I've been reading all the historical materials with interest. It's been great. Incredible. I had no idea of this match, this occurrence, and it's. But the materials they've put together is fantastic. It's a great history lesson. Not just about Irishtown and De Lorraine and the Gleesons, O'Hallorans, but community football in general.
Dan O'Halloran, kick smothered, comes out to Scott Nash Walker. Oh. And this young man, believe it or not, is going to Div 1 college in the United States very shortly.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's going to be playing basketball for Marquette.
Is that right?
Yeah, so the eldest son of Matt Walker. They've got 3 boys out here, Kobe, number 24, number 23 Nash, and then young Tex Walker, number 12. It's in the hands of Brody, and we'll hand it over to Bo Downham.
So G, he's kick into the front of a car. I hope that's not yours, Brendan?
No, it's not my car. I got mine well away from. I think the wind's blowing that way, isn't it? So
it is a great spectacle though, having all the cars around the park, and actually they don't have a digital scoreboard, so they're doing it all by hand, which is great. Here at Irishtown, there's tossed back in. You can hear the umpire out there. Maybe X can track us down who it is. I'm not too sure which of the 3 umpires it is. It's this man right in front of us. Do you know who this one is, X?
Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. No, it's Nigel Webb. So 600 game veteran. And Scott Sox Blizzard. Sox O'Halloran was telling us about Nigel just recently, former coach of the Chudley Football Club.
Mate, you are giving Bruce McAvaney a run for your money. All his detail. You've done your homework.
You all right? Do you want to take it?
Incredible preparation.
Mate,
You all right?
I even umpired in the Leaving Footy Association. So, we had a few people come out of Risdon straight onto the park, quite literally.
Right?
So interesting down in the Meander Valley.
Play it on now,
over the journey.
play on.
Ball in. No one able to take it cleanly. Taken high. And receiving the free kick will be Dave Gleeson.
Accidental there,
So
Jared.
this is the Gleeson that's playing for the O'Hallorans. Work that one out, Brendan. Kicks.
I'm confused.
Yeah, so am I. Lane, this young man, used to play in the TAC Cup.
You nearly sat on him.
And I
Back
believe he was a
around.
Vic Metro player, believe it or not.
I'm amazed just
Play
walking
on
around the
now,
crowd
play on.
today. And a great turn up. The amount of people from Victoria, from Dunstown and Bungaree and a big sort of Gleeson sort of community cohort have come over for the weekend. It's wonderful. It's fantastic.
Here he is.
Yes, go Bo.
Our man, is it Orchardle or Orkettle? I
Kettle.
think is what
That's right.
Scott was saying. So Orkettle now looking to get the first of the 3rd term.
I can't work out which way the wind is going. Is there a wind advantage or is it going across the ground?
I think a lot of goals have been kicked this end.
Yeah.
So
Come in, Darby,
Orkettle
you're right.
now.
It's in behind his left shoulder, so left to right.
I think we've got him right.
Full disclosure, I have been
26,
sitting in my
yeah.
car a little. So
You're right, mate.
So just
On the
across the
boundary.
face.
28.
I want to ask you, pretty good player back in your day. If you were related to any of these 2 families, how many do you reckon you would have kicked today?
oh, gee, looks. I went for a walk out in the Oval at quarter time. It's a bit rough. No, it looks pretty willing out there. They're throwing themselves in. But we'd be related somehow. I don't know. It's a Tasmanian story.
Absolutely. Orkettle, ball's just been smothered there and it goes through for another behind. So 3rd behind, 36 plays 12 at the almost the 7-minute mark of the 3rd term. So ball will be released here by the Gleesons. If they can kick into the wind, they might be able to do some damage in the back half of this game. So in the 4th quarter, and we might have a turn up for the books. Lean though, Cooper Lean wants to do something about that. He kicks inside, and guess where it lands? It's in the hands of Orkettle. So Matt Orkettle, the boy from out your way, which you were just mentioning before, Bungaree, Ballarat way. He's made his way across. Apparently there was a 16 to 18 on one of the flights in yesterday afternoon. They had a big night at the Blackberry, by the way.
Did they?
Last night, yes.
Well, that area is well known for the Frawleys. So it's Bungaree, and I was speaking to a family here before who sort of related to the Frawleys as well. So I think that's Central Highlands League up there. Strong league, strong footy community. And they're here in numbers, which is fantastic. And the weather, and even the environment is very similar to that part of the world up around Ballarat.
Ball will be brought back in because it went out of bounds on the full there by Orkettle. So the Gleesons, beautiful left foot up towards the 50-metre arc. Getting his hands on the football but not taking full purchase of it is Mason G. So he loses possession. The O'Hallorans go back inside over the top of Orkettle to Donahue. So Jeremy Donahue back to Orkettle. By hand to Lean. Steps 1, steps 2, uses his hands, gives it back to Orkettle. Bit of a check side kick. Great desperation there by Brooks, Ashley Brooks. It comes out to Liam O'Halloran, or Jacques O'Halloran, my apologies.
Fellas.
Across the boundary, across the
Degrees, I
goal
reckon.
line for another behind. You can hear Nigel Webb in the background there on the effects of the umpire's microphone.
A lot of stories out here today. Nearly everywhere you look, everyone really. Quite remarkable that everyone on either side is related as they kick towards the wing. Big Sean Bartlett, the coach, taking a nice mark. As they try and steady the ship back. It's 24 points the margin here. 2 straight to 4-12. Kicking inaccurate. Win playing a little bit of factor here as a nice mark is taken by Andrew Gleeson, the captain. They get his kick smother though. It was pretty well done by Berkery, but they come out of it okay to the Gleesons. They kick up towards the half-forward line, but
Got the mark,
relatively
Danny.
easy mark taken by Everett. As they still go down the line. Fist was good, but they try and track it down. is going to be holding the footy. Brendan, you've been out to a lot of games this year. I've seen you around a bit. I think the SFL Grand Final, a couple of state games. How important is it for you to get around to as many grounds as you can and watch as much football as you can?
Oh, look, well, it's important, but I really enjoy it. I mean, I left here as a 19-year-old and been in Melbourne for a long time, and I guess I've been at the sharp end of football for a long time. So to sort of get back and to these little communities and sort of understand what football means to them, understand how they think about their football and their teams and the opportunities and the challenges, and is really important. I think in my role, when you get out to those communities, people sort of think you're responsible. I spent 15 years at Richmond as CEO. I never had to think about the Glen Waverley Hawks Junior Football Club or the umpiring centre, but here they sort of think you are it. So it's really important that you sort of know and understand how people think and feel about their football, because you've got these little communities, dotted all around, and they produce everything. Ultimately, it's the talent that comes through. So I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Getting on the road and getting out and about. It's been fantastic. Great. And to be honest, I've been the beneficiary.
I just want to ask you as well, how do you see the state? Of course, leagues are pretty well at the moment. Has there been a league that you've really been taken back by and thought, maybe once you left when you were 19, was there a league that's really improved that you can put a finger on and be like,
when I was here, it was almost the halcyon days of the state competition. But demographics have changed. Speaking of Chris Hoffing here before, who's there are like 45 families running dairy farms in this community. 25. Now there's 3 or 4. So you don't have people prepared to travel and play football south, north. So I like the regional associations. I like the south. I like the north. I think the Devils have really inspired Auskick numbers and participation. That's really a VFL team will bring players back, and I think the Cup will spill over and you'll get some of those players going back to local competition. I just really feel positive the next 10 or 15, 20 years of Tasmanian football. I think there's an opportunity to create this vertically integrated footy system. The Devils down and the grassroots up. And we sort of have this mutual dependence on each other. So I feel really optimistic about footy. I think we're set for some really exciting times.
Bramage kicks inside forward 50 to the goal square. Unfortunately, it just goes across the face and it goes through for their 5th behind of the quarter. So the O'Hallorans now out to 38. Gleesons on 12.
Nothing drives participation. Nothing drives talent outcomes more than the elite form of the game. And we've never had it here in Tasmania. We've had teams that visit from interstate, but they're not truly invested. For the first time ever, we have a team of our own. We have a team by Tasmania. We have a team for Tasmania, and we're already seeing the sort of seismic impact that's having on young boys and girls coming through.
On that, Brendan, this week you put out your blueprint. So the Tassie Devils will put out the blueprint for your senior coach coming forward. So that person's not only going to be a coach, but they are literally going to be an ambassador for football in Tasmania.
Yeah, to some extent, Xavier. It's like we worked hard to sort of really establish the profile of our first senior coach. It's things that go without saying. You need to be a good coach, you need to be capable, you need a track record of performance. But there are some unique aspects to coaching here, and we are decentralised. We're passionate about footy, north, south, east, west, and there really is an opportunity to coach the state. To be honest, it's probably going to be the most high-profile position in the state. So you've got to be willing to step into that. You've got to be seen, you've got to be involved, you've got to get around, you've got to stimulate the regions and get people excited about footy. And there's some coaches that are probably more predisposed to wanting to do that, and there's some that probably aren't, and that's okay. But we just wanted to share that publicly with our fans, and engage fans and get a bit of interest and help them understand the sorts of coaches we're looking for.
Well, looking forward to that, as we can see number 36 rappel there for the O'Hallorans, Isaac Keating, and that particular process and who you end up choosing. Nash Walker, that's the young man that's going to Div 1 basketball very shortly, out towards Orkettle. Then grabbing the footy was free, top of the goal square. O'Halloran able to take the mark. They try to release the Gleesons through Andrew. Comes back to Nash Walker, across his body on the left boot. Maybe he's chosen the wrong sport. And that's his second of the game. and the first of the third term for the O'Hallorans, so the Gleesons have been quite strong in this third term.
The other, just on the coaching, the other key requirement is you've got to have a passion for development.
Ground sponge here,
Some
didn't you?
coaches tend to
Had some weather on it, though.
want to focus on the finished product and just give me what I need and I'll do the rest, and I'll work with more the developed players. But clearly our list profile is going to skew towards youth, so there's got to be a real interest and involvement and passion for developing youth. So, you know, a development focus is going to be a real focus as well on that coach.
Looking forward to seeing what happens with regards to that. And joining us in the studio here is Mr. Gleeson. So this is Wade Gleeson and Brendan.
I met Wade before, briefly in the rooms, yeah.
Fantastic. So congratulations, Wade, for compiling what is a wonderful reunion for both sides, but also the fact that it's 100 years later.
Yes, it's tremendous feeling. Yeah, I guess was in the change rooms there before, and some guys were mates and didn't even know they were related. So, yeah, to bring your own family and another family together to do a footy, and it's a 100-year reunion. It's just fantastic, and it sets the landscape, for Tasmania and the Devils and stuff. It really shows, our passion for footy. If we can pull families together, there's another goal. Yeah, it's a pretty good achievement, really. So, yeah.
And that's Jacques O'Halloran that just kicks the next goal. So it's 6-13-49. It's starting to head towards what happened back at Wynyard back in 1925.
Yes.
In that direction. Nonetheless, you guys were able to score 2 goals in that second quarter, going somewhat with the wind. So that was a bit different to what happened back in 1925. This has been a great celebration, not only of the families coming together, coming back down here to the Circular Head District and the Irishtown community, but also of football and what football can do for not only communities but also for families. And considering you guys are coming from far and wide, not just in Tasmania, are you?
No, there's, we've had players come from Victoria, and the O'Hallorans have had them come from up at Queensland. They've had them all over the place, and it's fantastic. They've laid a few dollars on the line and flew over here, and yeah, it's been tremendous. Scott and I like recruiting our players, and then he said he had 16 stuck at the airport when it was too windy yesterday, so we was a little bit worried there for a bit, but they got 41, so I said, you're still going to have a side here.
And I hear you're a real historian when it comes to footy, is that right?
Yeah, probably the last 25 years. I've done a lot in the Daunt Valley, Central Islands with another guy, Ray Aitchison. Yeah, we've done it of just about every club there, and we probably have, I don't know, over 500 photos and records of each club. And yeah, it's I played a bit of part in New Norfolk getting inducted Hall of Fame, and a bit of work on the last Peter Hudson book and stuff like that. So yeah, sort of love it actually. Done a lot with cricket as well.
Did you have much to do with a statue, Peter, up at Gretna?
Yeah. I would played most of the part with Ray and done all the information on there.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, we had that photo of Hutto when he kicked 120 goals with Upper Derwent. And yeah.
Well, that's the thing that's really exciting about the Devils. I mean, if you look at the last 2 expansion teams, the Giants and the Suns, they're really created to capture market share and TV audiences, let's be frank, and that's fine. But we're a new club starting in 2028 with a whole 160 years of history and tradition, and we've got to. It's going to be the wind in our sails. I feel really strongly about that. I mean, it really matters. So well done, Wade. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
And do you get much support from the communities in order to be able to gather these records and so forth, so that we can keep them prominent with regards to what significance they hold within the communities themselves?
Oh, heaps. I mean, I get a lot of requests. People come and ask me about, past generations and stuff they want to know, whether for whatever reason. And it all sort of started when I started collecting information on my grandfather, and then done the history of the Hampton Footy Club, and then all of a sudden I met Ray and we had all these photos and stuff, and yeah, everyone knows Ray, and we've touched many people and generations with clubs, and like some photos go back to the 1800s. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fantastic. I heard your interview with Chris Rayborn on ABC Radio promoting this particular game.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there would be another opportunity for you to be able to share that on that particular medium at some point with regards to the records and so forth, the history of those communities and what sport has meant to them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, Ray, he'd be up for it as well. I mean, he's just inspirational. Ray is. He's a lot older than me. But, I mean, he's still going recording the games at New Norfolk. Does a lot there. We've got some great Tasmanian people that are passionate about their clubs, and they just, they love it. It's Tasmania's been screaming out for, to have this place in the AFL, and I think we've all been there in 1990, and it's going to happen, isn't it?
I reckon there's a case to have this game nominated the Tasmanian Football Hall of Fame. And they nominate players, teams, venues, matches.
Well, I had a crack. For the 25 one, but it was sort of a bit too late. I think it got through, but the information did, but it was too late by the time they'd looked at it or something. So, but yeah, I mean, going with this now, I think we have another crack at it
of course you do.
and get it in. I mean, I don't think it's happened anywhere in Australia when they wrote about it in 25. So,
26 and 19.
That's a great idea, Brent. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, it's one of the great things. People call it quirky, but I just think Tasmania will do things differently. We do things our way. And the Hall of Fame is, the Queenstown Oval's in it.
Yeah, and they've had the game.
the Oval.
There's games of
great games. Yeah.
It's like 67, like up at Wynyard when they pulled the goalpost. West Park it was. Yeah. So, there's definitely they've had games of significance to have been placed in the Hall of Fame. So, it'd be tremendous, not just recognition of the two families, but just shows what community footy does, and we bleed it really.
Now I'm going to quickly dash out. I'm going to leave you in the hands with Bo. I'm going to go out to your three-quarter time speech to see what Sean's going to do in order to be able to fire up the Gleesons.
It is a lot of reading. You'll hear the history of it. Why we.
So Zabe's going to head out here.
It is good fun. I'm glad to
still got Brendan in here as well as skipper or the team manager. Wade Gleeson, the team manager. Now I want to ask you, Wade. Sarah Hunt's in front of us right here.
Oh yes.
How much work has she put in today?
Oh, incredible. I mean, it's a funny story. I first come across Sarah when she was commenting on a Deloraine Facebook page about the Gleesons, and I'd done a bit of work on the family tree for quite a bit, and then it sort of went from there. I asked her about some things, and then next minute we're doing a bit of work, and next minute she's telling me about the Gleeson game. She had some articles, and my mum had told me about it when I was a kid, and I sort of didn't see no more about it. And then all of a sudden, we've got over 30 articles all on this match. We've made Sydney and Melbourne papers. So
I think we do have a couple of them that we can bring up probably in the fourth quarter. It's been well publicised, of course, back in 1925 and now as well. State of the game, though, at the moment. I know you probably don't want to touch on it a little bit because you guys. It is currently a 37-point lead as X is out there, but I mean, how good is it to be playing with family members? I know we asked you before on film. That'll be edited up a little bit later, but how cool is it? And especially, Brendan, you can jump in. How cool would it be for you as well? I mean, hypothetically, if you were to do this as well, playing with your family members and people you actually haven't met before that you don't know is blood related. It's pretty cool.
Look, I mean, I might as well say I've made some great friends, their family, but being the person behind it, trying to, get it all together, I've met every single one of them. So out there, I've got a relationship with them all. I mean, some close I played footy with and stuff, but, even to play alongside me boys, it's fantastic. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's I can say I've done that, and I don't think no one else has said that they've done this. So But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I might add, we've kicked 2-12 the same score as we kicked in 1925.
Try and get one more point.
Two goals enough, so yeah. So anyway,
At least it's back a little bit. I think it was. I think they kicked 83 points here, Halloran. So if you can keep them to that, not too much more, then I think it'll be a success. I don't know if you boys, if you got to go and play, if Brendan, you got to catch up with some people, but it's been a pleasure having your company on Duff TV, especially you, Brendan, for coming in. It's been awesome.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so thrilled I came. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brendan.
Right.
Really appreciate it.
So maybe Wade, I reckon you're going to go out and play the last quarter.
I'll go have a bit of a go and see what we can conjure up. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's brilliant. And just touching on the committee, I mean, you know, Scott, he's out there. He's looks like he's limping a bit. He's probably done the hammy, but yeah, he's a great guy. I've struck a relationship there with him. You know, we've got Chicky and Rodney O'Halloran.
Yeah, Chicky's been great. Yeah, and Rodney as well.
And my wife Chloe, she's been absolute, tremendous. Like, she's carried the Facebook page for the whole thing, and my biggest supporter. I mean, she's just been excellent. She's helped me, right through with ordering the jumpers, you name it. So, and we've got Whitney Main. She's been tremendous with Laura and Big Dave Foster here. So that's been just fantastic. But yeah, so anyway, I've probably got a few mates saying, where is he? But we've had quite a few on the bench that wanted to give a run and stuff, and I've played my part. I don't mind.
So last term action has started as the O'Hallorans kick to the right-hand side. As I think that kick might have been touched, although they're going to try and make it work. The hand pass wasn't so great. Getting down there is a big bustling Sean Bartlett. He gets away with it, and eventually they call him in. I reckon the only man out there who could have took him in the tackle was the number 24 in Kobe Walker. Now X is back in to the van. What have you got for us, X?
Yeah, stirring speech there by Sean Bartlett. He was saying, effectively, just give it all you got, boys. But he did make some positional changes, and he threw himself back into towards the middle. He said, we want to make sure that we try and utilise the centre corridor a bit. So interesting to see what happens. From Moore, right across to Stewart to Nash Walker. That left boot. He starts to sink the slipper into the Gleesons, unfortunately, and that's his second.
Picked the wrong sport, I think, Nash.
So looking forward to seeing what he does on the basketball court.
A few goals out of you, Jezza.
But he's done exceptionally well today.
Jesus.
Dad was a little bit nervous about him playing football, but I don't think he needs to worry too much.
Well, we should go check the bench out and see if we know me. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you're all right, Wade. You've done your bit on Duff TV.
She's cool. Thanks, Duff.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. Congratulations, Wade.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Great idea too by Brendan, our chief. So look forward to seeing maybe whether this could actually get into the Tasmanian Hall of Fame.
And I'd like to say I love the support. Kath McCann's been brilliant with me. I've probably annoyed her quite a bit. But yeah, she's been tremendous, like in her support, from the Devils and stuff. And as you see in the program, and she's been just great. She's got a big workload on her hands there, and then she's carrying it well. So thanks very much, and go the Devils.
The Devils. Wade Gleeson there from the Gleesons in the 100th year reunion. The match between the Gleesons and the O'Hallorans today at Irishtown Football Club. Ball on that far side. And we'll get a boundary throw in.
So throw in, out of sight. Bartlett picking this one up. As they look to go forward here. Coming back with the flight was Lamprey. He's having a pretty good 3 quarters. Strong tackle laid by Brody G. How good is that, X? We've got a lot of good people in today. We've got Scotty O'Halloran, Brendan Gale, probably the biggest one you could get, barring Big David Foster, but Wade Gleeson as well. I mean, we've had a stacked lineup here on Duff TV, and it's been a pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching from around the planet, as Wade is looking to suit up in this last term. O'Halloran dancing around, Liam variety. I need to get back on track with that instead of just saying O'Halloran. As they chip it in front of us here in the commentary position, X.
Yeah, sprattling to O'Halloran. That's Luke. Luke goes further afield. Keating. That's not a bad looking kick. Howard. Hunts into And guess who's on the end of it? Runs into the Gleeson. And then Nash Walker gets his third. It's his second in the fourth term. And they move out to 8 goals, 13-61. And that margin now, 39 points, 2 goals straight to the Gleesons. And looks like at the back end of the game that the scoring end has been reversed.
I think so, yeah. It's been interesting how that's worked, I reckon, X. But I mean, I still can't get over the fact that everyone has to be a related player. I've said it a couple of times, but this is the most unique game and probably one of the best games, if not the best game I've been a part of, to be honest with you, with all the history as they spill it out now. Tumbling ball, you're not related to any of these guys, AX?
Not that I know of.
Well, I might just have to have a look as we're going to get this one balled up. Bottom of the pack is Isaac Keating. Right in front of us here. Big shove out of the way by Kobe Walker. O'Halloran, Dan O'Halloran, I'll get that right eventually, as they kick towards Mason Howard. Pushing him over was Dylan Gleeson. Ball still in dispute. Ground level it is, and we're going to see another ball up.
So ball inside, forward 50 for the O'Hallorans. Curly Kearns throwing it up. Tap, and then taken away by Dylan Gleeson. Comes to Bramage. Brody G. Use that beautiful left foot boot. Goes wide. Getting his hands on the pill. Knocking in front of him was Burgess. And taking it across the boundary line. Showing some great discipline and defence was Mr. Everard.
Nigel Webb out here, the umpire. You can hear him on the mic. Over 600 games, I think X was saying. Last coach of the Chutley Football Club. I'm that young that I've never even heard of that club, X. So showing my age a little bit there is Berkery. Spins out of trouble and then just gets hunted down. Oh, he's played it. A non-free kick there. Berkery, I thought, had a lot of time to get rid of that. But umpire Nigel Webb, he's experienced and he knows what he's doing. He's going to throw this one up. Oh, I think it might be Mr. Kearns, as Bartlett shoves his man out of the ruck. In fact, it was the captain, Andrew Gleeson. My apologies. Jacques O'Halloran is a real talent, I reckon, X.
Yeah, both those boys, Jacques and Liam.
Move it on, play on.
They're going to be
Mine.
key figures for the Bunny Dockers Football Club if they continue in their current arrangement. They go across the goal face over to Tim O'Halloran.
Right on it, thank you. Yours, yours.
His kick takes a bit of a divot as well. Gleeson's able to repel inside forward 50 now. O'Donoghue was the target. It doesn't come to him. By chain of hands, ends up to Mercury. Inside forward 50, good mark. Dan O'Halloran, the captain, running in front of Nash Walker. He's boot to ball, looking for Tex. Bounces away from Tex. And Nash Walker is on the end of it. Gets his hands back to Dan O'Halloran. Short chip. What are they going to do here, the O'Hallorans? Around the corner. Oh, they've slotted it. It's not a bad looking kick. That's given the big 6 points to Isaac Keating. That's his first for the game. And they're third in the fourth term. So that margin now, which is what I'm looking for, has been extended. So 9-13-67. The O'Hallorans, Gleesons 2 goals straight. So it'll be 55 points, the difference, as we're coming up to the 8-minute mark of the final term.
Yeah, what a day they've put on. I know we've only got about 13 minutes of it left, but history has been made here again at Irishtown as Lamprey comes away with it, kicks towards our forward, splitting through the hands of Matthew Burgess. His kick was nicely weighted to Brooks. He couldn't quite reel it in though. Lamprey with a strong tackle. Lifty little tap on was nearly working out okay as Lamprey, or in fact it might be Sean Gleeson. He's looked okay out there. He's lost his trousers. Sean Gleeson. We'll have another throw up. Tap down from Andrew Gleeson. rucks and roves his own football as he sets a task for Lamprey. Oh, the nice little spin move was adventurous as he hand passes it back. Sean Gleeson didn't really want to put his head over it. Liam O'Halloran, who could be best on ground, I reckon, X. They're going to have to start thinking about that pretty soon. David Foster's going to present that one as, again, the Gleesons go towards half forward, but it's all green and gold back there as a clearing kick is good from Gilly.
Gilly to Liam O'Halloran. Steps 1, steps 2, rounds onto the right boot. Ball taken away, though, by Gleeson. Gets it to G. G for mine, even though he's in a losing side. Looks like, I reckon, he might have been the best. Goes to Mason, back to Brody. Brody, beautiful left kick. Bartlett shepherds it through, and they have just beaten their score from 19-25. So Brody G gets his first, and that'd be close on his 30th odd possession for the game, one would imagine. And their third goal, and they're 3 goals straight. So back in 1925, they kicked 2 goals straight, 12 points. The O'Hallorans 11-17, 83.
Oh, it did go on.
So the margin there was 71 points. But today, a better performance by the Gleesons, 3 goals straight, plays 9-13. And we've come up to the 10.5 minute mark. Brody G. Brady gets his hands back on it again. Moore. Handball taken away by Donahue. Jaden wrapped up in a tackle. Moore back. Sleight of hand. Liam O'Halloran inside forward 50. Kicks to the top of the goal square looking for Tex Walker. Uses the body, but unfortunately rose over his head and rolls across the face of goal. And we'll get a boundary throw in.
I'd love to see the young Tex Walker kick a goal here. X.
Absolutely. Nate Marthick also there.
Yeah. Couple of young fellas on screen. Looks like maybe Ty Gleeson a little bit younger as well. That's from the O'Hallorans, mind you, Ty Gleeson.
That's right.
As they throw it in, ripping it out of the ruck and sending it forward was Andrew Gleeson. They kick towards Sean Gleeson on this outer side. Trying to mow him down is Paul Martin. Picking it up as Jark O'Halloran. He hand passes it off to himself and then he goes for a little bit of a stride. The ball didn't bounce so nicely for him is what I was trying to say. As they still go, O'Halloran wrapped up. Jark it is, bottom of the pack, really in umpire hovers, and you see a ball up.
So Halloran, Edmund, up against 19. Might have been Andrew Gleeson. No. And jumping on top there was Lamprey with the tackle, number 97. So Kearns throws the ball back up. Gleeson gets the tap down. Andrew into the hands of Sean. Sean's kick taken away by Jacques O'Halloran. Hands it to Liam. Liam by foot. Over the top of Ty Gleeson. Comes back on the footy, this young man. Wrapped up in a tackle by Dylan Gleeson. Another ball up. Comes down. Dan O'Halloran, captain, takes it away from the stoppage, throws it on the boot. Inside forward 50, runs out in front of Dylan Gleeson, wearing the red and blue stripes. Boundary throw-in will result inside the forward 50 for the O'Hallorans.
Stripes have looked brilliant today, I reckon.
It's the old North Hobart colours, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sort of down my and Duff's way, really. North Hobart. As they tap it out of the ruck, it was Edmund O'Halloran. Nice name that is. Clearing the area, I think, was Lamprey. But it's going to be turned over. Of course, proceeds today going to the Cancer Council Foundation. No-brainer, really, as Scott O'Halloran says. The Bridget Cup as well will be presented, and David Foster, the best on-ground medals. As they hand pass it backwards to go forwards, put his teammate in, Matt O'Halloran, in a little bit of pressure. Selling the candy is Scotty, who was just in the commentary box earlier with us in the first term. His kick pretty good. Nearly running it down was Kai Moore. Mason Howard, Moore, twisting and turning. Stabbing little ball forward. It tumbles. Moore just might get it back here. This would be some sort of goal. One bounce, straightening up. Oh, Moore couldn't quite get it home. It's just caught on the boundary. Or the behind line, rather, and a minor score going the way of the O'Hallorans.
Dylan Gleeson.
Nearly goal of the year, that.
Yeah, it would have been. It was a great build-up. Liam O'Halloran unable to beat Jaden Donahue.
Started on the forward line, didn't he?
Blake Hall working hard against Paul Martin. Ball goes out of bounds and we'll have a boundary throw.
But he started on the forward line the first 2 quarters.
Nigel Webb chatting about who he's going to give best on ground to, I reckon.
I'm not sure whether that is Nigel. Could be.
I think he's over.
Could be the effects, Mike. Or is he out in the middle there?
No, we got the umpire, Mike, on him,
right.
X.
So there we go. O'Donoghue. No, O'Halloran, my apologies. So that being Dan. The captain wrapped up in a tackle. He's been prominent.
He has.
How you going, Kearnsey?
Yeah, Curly's pretty happy where he is, just standing there.
Did you say he's never umpired a game before?
Yeah, no, Nick Curly's never umpired before. Dunlop's in charge at the moment.
They got the right man in charge, I think.
Michael and Ellen O'Halloran are his great-grandparents, Andrew Dunlop. Mark not taken there by Jacques O'Halloran. Shows poise, delivers to his brother. Dropped what he should have taken. There's the big fella. And that being 2-0. Lean. Moore. Out in front of Marthick. But unfortunately the young Nate unable to be the recipient on the end of it. And we'll get another boundary throw in. 68 plays 18, 50 points the margin. We are coming up to the 16-minute
Sun's out for the first time, Kearnsey.
The final quarter.
Sun's out for the first time.
And that it is. It has come out.
Oh.
A lot of sore bodies out there, I reckon. Overrunning in on that occasion. The big ruckman was
the play
Hobie
down here.
Rutter.
I thought I'd get a bit of play down here.
Spills out. This for a snap-on goal for number 10. The O'Hallorans go.
Oh, getting close.
Nearly getting there on that occasion. And 9-15-69 to 3 straight 18. So no minor score to the Gleesons as they kick it out. They got, I think, was it 1-2-8 the last in 1925?
No, 2 goals straight.
2 goals straight.
2 goals straight. And
at least they're still continuing
11-17.
The straight kicking. Wow, that's very they could get the same score here, the O'Hallorans.
Yeah, they're getting close. They've got that opportunity.
Be great if they did.
Yeah, it would be. Kick by G was smothered there by O'Halloran. Comes back to G by hands. That's a good-looking kick down the wing. Jacques O'Halloran in defence.
Yours, Kearnsey.
Yeah, he's going to be up there in the counting. There's no for the best on ground. Moore, been prominent. I think that might have been Orchidal. Gleeson. Lamprey.
Gleeson. Wade.
Oh, Wade.
Wade Gleeson.
Oh, Wade Gleeson. Even the umpire was saying, oh, Wade Gleeson.
Over.
Ball back towards half forward for the O'Hallorans. Got a couple on the deck at the moment. That's been one of them being Lean. And a good mark has been taken. Intercepted by Hobie Rutter.
Oh, he's done a shoulder.
It looks like he might have injured himself in the process. So Gleeson, Andrew was going to take it away. So they kick inside forward 50. Oh, push out. No, says the umpire. Over the shoulder. It was by Elvin Gleeson. And free kick will be going to number 43, Mr. Liam O'Halloran. What are his chances here, Bo?
Not many, I reckon, X. He got me at a good time.
Dan O'Halloran, he finds the captain.
I reckon this one's got a good chance. I'll get in early.
Yeah, no, this one's got a good chance. Take it away, Bo.
As O'Halloran squares it off. That's 2 times. And they kick it to another Liam O'Halloran. There's 2 Liam O'Hallorans out there. What are the chances of that? This one, Liam, the number 26, to get their 10th.
19 years of age.
And fall probably just short of the 1925 score for the O'Hallorans. Liam O'Halloran
Splits the middle.
piece of history here at Irishtown. He's got a goal, and it is the 10th of the match here at Irishtown. 10-15-75, 3 straight X.
Certainly is, and he just received it from the 37-year-old. And that being Dan O'Halloran, the captain, similar to Pendlebury.
Oh.
To,
Are you a Pies man?
No, I'm not a Pies man, no. No, definitely not a Pies man. No. Yeah, so, but some of the silky smooth skills of the senior player. Over to one of the up-and-coming juniors. Kobe Walker gets the tap down this time to Dan O'Halloran. His kick out of the middle, inside forward 50. Luke O'Halloran on top, loses the football. Oh, then gets in a little bit of a biff with Elvin Gleeson, the vice-captain. There was a bit going on off the football. They're still going. And there's the siren. And 10-15-75, the O'Hallorans have defeated the Gleesons 3 goals straight, 18. In the 1925 replay in 2025 here at the Irishtown Football Ground. I'll quickly go through the goal kickers for both sides, Bo, and then we might get you to run over some of the better players for both the sides. So, goal kickers for the O'Hallorans. Nash Walker was our leading goal kicker. He kicked 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. So he had 3 to his name. Jacques O'Halloran kicked 2, 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd. And single goal kickers I had were to Mason Howard in the 2nd, Liam O'Halloran in the 4th, Isaac Keating also in the 4th. For the Gleesons, we had 3 goal kickers for the day, all single goal kickers. Andrew Gleeson and Jared Lamprey, both in the 2nd term. And in the 4th term went to Brady G, who I thought was possibly the Gleesons' best player. Definitely the highest possession getter for possibly both teams on the ground, but definitely the Gleesons.
Yeah, history made here at Irishtown. How good was that? As you said, 3 straight to 10-15. Wonder if they're going to go in another century's time. It'd be great if they did, and they can go back and watch this. But I reckon probably Liam O'Halloran for mine, number 26, had a lot of impact. Jacques O'Halloran sort of slipped out away, went down back in the end. For the Gleesons, we're not going to go Wade. I think he fell over a couple of times there. He's good in the commentary box, though. We'll give him that. But Andrew Gleeson, the captain, I mean, everyone out here would be pretty impressed with how they went today. But as you said, Brady G went well. Mason G too. It's a toss-up for mine. I think they might do 2 medals potentially.
Yeah, possibly. I imagine there'd be one for better player for the Gleesons, and similarly also for the O'Hallorans. There will be the presentation of the Bridget Cup, which will be going or keeping into the hands of the O'Hallorans themselves, and so they'll hold that for the next 100 years, one would imagine. And also David Foster will be out on the field, Bo, doing a presentation in relation to the better players?
Yeah, he will. I think he'll be doing the best on ground medal. I think it is for each team X. So they'll do 1 each. Gonna have a little bit of a look now and see who they can conjure up. Presentation very, very soon. But, I mean, we're going to say, we've said it a lot, the history of this is just miraculous, and I think we can both say it's been a pleasure really coming here today to Irishtown. And coming up next?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, back in 1925, if I read correctly, they spoke about the unfavourable weather and the lack of the train service with regards to it, but the turnout was quite large and significant. And again, today,
Very similar, isn't it?
it's very similar. We've had some very poor weather over the last 3 or 4 days, and 100-kilometre-hour plus winds, thunder and lightning, and what have you, and up this neck of the woods. But we also had the lack of a train service. Nonetheless, people have still come out, and as you mentioned before, they found their positions on the ground nice and early.
It is really, sorry to butt it is just really weird how history nearly repeats itself with the score. That was nearly close for the O'Hallorans, and then the weather and the crowd and the lack of train service, really. It is quite miraculous, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's pleasing to note that they raised in excess of 80-odd pounds back in 1925, and that was going to the Devon and Spencer hospitals, which benefited considerably at that particular point in time. Today, they are proudly supporting the Children's Cancer Foundation. They've got events after, they've had events before. For those of you that have got a program, and if you haven't hit the QR code, feel free to do so and to make a donation towards the Children's Cancer Foundation. But again, as we've had this discussion right throughout with Soxies, with Scott, with Wade, and also with Brendan Gale throughout the course of today's proceedings, this is more than football. This is what brings communities and families together, and we have the opportunity in order to be able to do so in such a significant way. It's quite incredible, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just awesome. I mean, Wade was in here saying he's made a lot of new mates, and it's like, well, actually family, without this game, potentially you've never met his extended family. I mean, there is just so much good in this game. It sort of baffles me it's not recognised by AFL Tas, which is a little bit disappointing, but I think he did say it came in a little bit late, so that might have been the issue there. Definitely should be recognised as, is it a historical game or something along the lines of that? Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I'd suggest it would be a game of significance.
Significance, that's the word I'm looking for. Yep.
And similar to what Brendan said before, maybe an acknowledgement, with regards to the quirkiness, just like the gravel ground in Queenstown, maybe the Hall of Fame in Tasmania. So
truly remarkable.
It really is. I mean, as far as the actual game is concerned, back in 1925, the Gleesons will probably be the first to admit that they were outclassed. From the first bounce till the last bell, the O'Hallorans had the upper hand, and the scores were a fair indication of the strength of the two teams. I'd say very similar to the way in which it's played out over 100 years later. So, nonetheless, it's been a fantastic afternoon here at Irishtown. Festivities will continue. I mean, I can just see out just to the right here that we've got the main girls, so Bronte and Layla, their mother.
Righto, ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for the cards. Is the scorekeepers handy? Because they've got some cards, and the umpires for our best of field. On behalf of the 100-year reunion committee, I'd like to thank you guys. Give yourselves a big clap for coming out, watching, supporting. To the team Gleesons, big clap for the team Gleesons. And to the team O'Hallorans, a big clap for you boys. And we'll go around one more time, big clap. Right, it's just an absolute honour to be a part of an organisation on such a tremendous occasion like this, and we're all being a part of history in the making. I don't know if they'll go again another 100 years, but let's hope they do. And make sure you get plenty of photos and talk to someone you don't know, because that's what it's all about. It's bringing community together and family together. So well done, everyone. Hopefully we got them. I'll bring up Sarah Hunt from the Gleeson family. She'll say a few words. We're only moments away of announcing our best on-ground medals.
Thanks a lot, Scott. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and thank every single person who is here, who has contributed to this in some way, shape or form. If you've purchased a program, if you've, just anything that you have done that has contributed to the success of today, we are so grateful for you. It's been an absolute delight and joy as part of the committee to bring this, back to life. We feel very much that our ancestors wanted this to be played, and we're so proud of everybody who's on the field today. Boys, we know you all played your heart out, and we're so grateful to be related to you. We're literally that family. I'd like to thank every single person that's attended today as well. We acknowledge that a lot of you have travelled far distances to be here, and we know that you've had to come through hell and high water with the weather to be able to get here, but the sun's shining on us now, and it's just such a treat to have been able to met, so many of you today, and for those that I wasn't able to meet, I wish I'd had that opportunity. But just, remember it's always about hard work, and family is the be-all and end-all, we know that, and also, just pulling together and having those goals and making really good memories, and I'm so grateful, like I said, to each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
Sarah Hunt there, one of the organisers on the committee, along with Scotty O'Halloran, Wade Gleeson, and also Whitney Main. And so just mentioned Whitney.
I'll just hand us now over to our rematch ambassador, David Foster, for a few words as well.
Well, thank you very much. Well, firstly, I'd like to say how pleased I've been asked to have come and be a part of this here. One great thing about Tasmania is that we are proud of our history. And to be honest with you, both teams, to be honest with you, I think your ancestors will be very, very proud, because that game was a fantastic game. It was in great spirit, and that's what the football community does. But it also brings people together, and it's fantastic. And I just think that I just hope that down the track that Tasmania, in the very near future, has its own football team. So hopefully these kids, these footballers here, their children can come through and play this mighty game. I wasn't much of a footballer, but every game I did play, I was BOG. Not best on ground, I was biggest on ground. And I made a fantastic orange boy. But watching some of the skills out here today, I tell you what, some of these guys would still get, they would still get a game. So seriously, very, very happy to be involved. And I think it's important that we keep our history. So for both teams, I think the team, the family unit is one, and I think the game of football is one, but it wouldn't be any good without the people turning up. So I think it's fantastic. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted to be able to put the BOG on the winners today. So our congratulations to both teams. Seriously.
We'll present our award. I'd like to invite our coach, Max O'Halloran, to present the Best On Ground medal.
Number 26, Liam O'Halloran.
I watched him there earlier on. He bulldozed his nose through, went through the pack, shoved those big shoulders out there, mate, and I tell you, kicked a magnificent goal. I tell you what, I'm a St Kilda supporter. If there's any chance, mate, you come play for the Saints, because you wouldn't be any bloody worse than with some of the players we've got. But it gives me great honour today to put this medal around your neck, mate. Congratulations. And the best part about winning one of these medals is you've got to say something on behalf of the team.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. It was a good day. The Gleesons, thank you, it was a good game. O'Halloran's got the win, so happy days.
Yeah, he's coming. He's just going through the final scores, mate. Well done. I listened to you talking there. One thing you can take away from this great game is that 100 years ago, you only kicked 2 goals. So you're better 100 years later, mate. So well done.
Thank you, Dave. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, just tallied up the votes. The runner-up was Reece Phillips on 6, and the winner on 9 votes, got all the 3, Brady G. Come on, have a little word.
You ain't going nowhere.
Well done today, boys. Too good. Good to meet you, old Gleesons. Let's have a few beers.
Thank you. Yeah, she's a pretty surreal. Come out here, Scott. She's a pretty surreal. Be standing here like Christ. Look at the people. This is carnival-like. The crowd is just unbelievable. The filming, just the people, fair dinkum families. Bloody old Scott here. We've had some shit turn along the way the last couple of years. It's been brilliant. Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of everyone, especially our committee. It's a little group, and look what we've pulled together. She's bloody unreal, eh? Yeah, well, you and I. Righto. The Bridget Cup.
I'll take over from here. It gives me great pleasure as a committee member to ask Max O'Halloran, Dan O'Halloran, to come and receive the Bridget Cup. You give it to him, mate. There it is.
Yeah, I think first of all, Wade and Scotty and the committee who helped them, it's just been an absolutely enormous effort to put this together. So you've created a part of history, and we're all so thankful to be a part of it. So thanks very much, guys. Absolutely fantastic. To the Gleesons, thanks for coming along. The whole day was played in good spirit, and it was good to see a little bit of fire in the belly out there, and we could all go in there and enjoy a beer together. And the O'Hallorans, there's about 100 of them turned up. We jogged out, and they just kept on coming. We had to stop and wait for everyone to turn up. So, absolutely fantastic to match the boys. Yeah, very special day, and super proud to be able to hang on to it for another 100 years.
Firstly, thanks to the crowd, to the families for turning up. This is what footy's all about. Obviously, there was no televisions in the early days. The early settlers were very good lovers. The breeding program and the quality, and for small communities, the amount of champions and that we turn out, we're so lucky, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't believe Liam, he sat on the bench there whinging, I don't play in the wing, I play full forward. He wins the medal on the wing, so you're a good judge, Liam. You only just beat your brother too, just quietly. But to everybody, this is what community is about, it's what sport's about, and I thank you under these conditions and everything for turning out and making it a wonderful day. And I think both families have been very, very good socially, so only the best is to come. Thanks everybody for turning up.
Festivities will continue well into late afternoon and into the evening out here at Irishtown. As Scott mentioned when he was in here during the telecast a little bit earlier on, that there will be sold 180 odd tickets to two-course meal, and that'll be happening just out the back here at the Irishtown Football Community Centre, which is right next door to the football club. So congratulations to the O'Hallorans. Again, as I mentioned or as it's been mentioned, Bo, to the committee members, in particular to Sarah Hunt, Scott O'Halloran, Wade Gleeson, Whitney Main, and previously Will Braid, along with Rodney and Patricia O'Halloran, and Chloe Gleeson for their organisation of today's proceedings. It's been a joy to be involved and to be invited to partake in this significant event of history when it comes to Tasmanian football.
Oh yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I mean, personally for us, this will be something that we'll be talking about, that we've been a part of. We've played a very small part, but we've been a part of history, X, and I mean, it's been a pleasure not to make it about us. It's been these two families, of course, a 100-year rivalry. I mean, how good is it going to be if they do this in 100 years, which I'm sure they will, and I'm sure you're listening out there. They're going to be able to go back and watch this and have a look. I mean, just on behalf of Duff TV, it's been a pleasure coming out here and working. I think Wade was really easy to work with in the end, and great to be alongside you, X.
Oh, thank you, Bo. No, I really appreciate it. Back in 1925, the score was 11-17-83 to the O'Hallorans. The Gleesons, 2 goals straight, 12 points. Not much has changed with regards to the result. Score, though, was a little bit better, more favourable to the Gleesons in 2025 as opposed to 1925. That being the O'Hallorans 10-15-75, the Gleesons 3 goals straight, 18. They're dead-eye dicks, there's no doubt about it, the Gleesons. O'Hallorans have got a bit of work to do on that front. Nonetheless, both families, great breeders, good people, and that's the most important thing. And they brought the community together, and they've done that through the avenue of Australian rules football. And what a significant event here at the Irishtown Football Club. To Martin Duff and to you, Bo, great to be involved, and we thank Marty for taking the opportunity and the invitation that was extended by the committee in order to be able to record this significant event.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, feeling is definitely, we're so pleased to be here and honoured. So, I mean, I reckon that's probably all we've got here, X. I think the festivities are going to carry on well into the night. Bo Downham, Xavier Williams, Martin Duffy on the camera. It's been a pleasure to be up in Irishtown. We'll see you in 100 years.